Hey guys, it's April and Phil Margera.
Hello everybody.
I'm gonna make your ears bleed.
Not this time!
This isn't good.
Welcome to the first season house.
Jackass was filmed here.
Is that
real? A lot of Viva La Bam.
We've changed some things, but a lot of things are the same. So you'll have to come in and check it out.
I put up 2 billboards.
It was a true nightmare.
I still have PTSD thinking about him now.
You know, it taken it to a new level.
We plowed right through that garage.
That episode was hell to film.
The neighbors are like watching through their window.
I've been so embarrassed here so many times. Oh my God!
So at the age of 21, we moved into the new house in Thornton. We call it Greyhawk.
I believe the year was 2000 when the Margeras bought that house.
Yo, welcome to my house.
They went from living in a tiny little rancher to, you know, a McMansion, you know, a large suburban home. Bam had purchased that house with his brother and parents. So they all kind of had a little stake in it. It was like such a cool family dynamic. And we immediately started filming there.
We actually filmed the whole opening scene on 35mm camera for Viva La Bam as I'm ripping around on a 4-wheeler, and then eventually I crash into April and Phil on a couch.
I'm gonna make your ears bleed.
Viva La Bam.
Let's talk about some of the stuff that happened out here in the front yard. I know they were always tearing up the lawn with the 4-wheelers.
Yes.
Just for 3 years we tried to get grass. We hired every landscaper we hired. You're not getting grass to grow. It's finally grown, and he's chirping it. Here in the front yard, Compton Terry was riding the 4-wheeler, and Bam's Audi was here, and he meant to hit the brakes, but he floored it, and he smashed right into the Audi.
It might have been the first time he's ever rode a 4-wheeler.
Well, the 4-wheeler, and that wasn't even the worst part. The very worst part was we had spent months and months with a landscaper to put in like walks and lighting and everything else. And a week and a half after he had finished, after I'm like, please finish, I pulled in from work and they had a backhoe and put a whole moat here, dug up all the lighting, all of the walkways. And I just sat in my car thinking, don't look mad, April, don't look mad. Just try to put a smile on your face and say, I'm gonna kill you all.
I decided to build a moat with a drawbridge in front of the house.
Oh, it's freezing!
That sucked,
Right.
because it was like October or November and it was cold and it was only plywood. They built a whole castle wall here, and I said, you're filming the wrong show. You should be filming the kids on the school bus, because they were all on one side of the bus going like, oh my God, you know what I mean?
There's a house right next door. The neighbors are like watching through their window.
That was called the family reunion episode, and my Uncle Pat just got out of jail.
Oh, Pat made it!
And I think he started drinking again.
Why do you always have to be drunk?
I'm not always drunk. I haven't been drunk in 11 months.
Because you were locked up?
Either way, Don Vito was drunk, and my grandma was not very happy about it. She had a meltdown, which she always has at any kind of holiday dinner. It's just a normal thing.
This whole family is crazy. Put that on your MTV movie. Get the hell out of here.
Put that on your MTV movie. And MTV flipped out in a good way. To them, they were like, oh, we got a crazy person on TV. And I felt really bad because I'm like, dude, he kind of filmed her out of context. See, she was upset about other things that were happening at the house. A lot of drama happened that night.
I ordered an elephant from Connecticut for $13,000 a day.
What was that?
There was an elephant out here.
Yeah, the elephant that I think showed up a day early, I heard they stayed at the Best Western.
As I paid another $13,000 to actually get started on filming. So the timing on that wasn't good. You have to be ready when you're going to be ordering an elephant from Connecticut, and we weren't.
My favorite scene was when Vito was trying to get in the house and the elephant was trying to get in at the same time.
Oh,
if
that
you
was
watch
good.
that, you'll laugh like crazy.
I know.
Get out of the way, get out of the way.
Hey, I can't believe you got elephants coming to your house.
I know, but I'm letting you in anyway.
The whole neighborhood was so excited that I had an elephant. The next day, I get a pink letter in the mail to get a citation, which was some new rule that the township made up that you're not allowed to have elephants in your house.
That's a pretty specific rule.
An elephant was reported being brought on the site about 9:30, 2003.
So I get thanked by the neighbors, and at the same time, I'm getting a citation in the mail from the township. I can't win.
Yeah, I had to go to court for 2 citations, and one of them was for the elephant. And they sent me a letter after the elephant was long gone. It says, well, you must cease and desist with an elephant in your yard. So I went to court and says, I got the letter after the elephant was gone, so he dropped that charge. And what was the second charge?
Castle wall.
I beat that one too. So whatever happened, we got away with it.
There's a elephant in the yard. Next thing the police show up, I'm like, what the did you think was going to happen?
Did the cops ever get called on this place, like when you guys were filming? Or?
Oh yeah, and then they got out of the car and asked for autographs and said, you know.
They were the friendliest people in the world.
They were great. Listen, they know it was like kooky town, and what are you gonna do?
You guys are so close to all these other houses.
Yeah,
it's in a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
We have the greatest neighbors, and all through filming, you know, Viva La Bam, the office would say, what can we do for the neighbors? I'm like, keep sending them presents. Like, send them muffin of the month, jelly of the month, send them beef, send them flowers. And every time they say, do you think the neighbors will be okay? I said, I think they need another round. So they used to love it because they just turn their chairs, watch what's happening.
Christmas time.
Picture National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That house that Clark Griswold labored for the entire movie to turn the lights on. We wanted to create that.
We wanted to go big.
Put lights on the lights.
Now you're starting to get it.
With about $20,000 worth of lights.
This little pickup truck pulls up with just cardboard boxes. And I'm like, where's the rest? So that was the big visual of the show. Flushed down the tubes. So our art department went to like Walmart and got all the lights they could at the last minute. But you gotta understand, we didn't film this at Christmas time. There were no lights. I think it was June. It's definitely not the Clark Griswold National Lampoon Vacation House, but we took what we could get.
We sparked all the lights on like Chevy Chase, and ha!
I'm gonna be honest, even watching that younger, I always thought, man, they could have gone a little harder with the lights.
Yeah.
I remember them having like snow machines and just kind of making it this like insane looking winter wonderland.
We had to order a bunch of snow machines from the Poconos.
We had snow in our yard, and the little girl came over and said, Mrs. Margera, why is it snowing in your yard and it's not snowing in ours? I'm like, Kerry, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on.
It does snow in the wintertime, but we were pretty unlucky with that.
Here we are at the Margera house in Westchester, Pennsylvania. It is coming down crazy out here.
We had the snow.
Go! Come on, man!
We had a Santa Claus.
What kind of Christmas is this? Never seen such a Christmas. Christmas is over.
We had a choir. We had a cow dressed up like a reindeer. We had the four-wheelers going. And we had the house lit up like lights. And the township building literally closed down, got into a van, came over here, and didn't know what in the hell to do with us. They didn't know what to cite us for. They didn't know whether there was a citation about a cow with reindeer horns or a choir or anything. The whole thing was insane. They're like, we don't even know what to do. And I'm like, just keep driving. Oh, and let me tell you, when we were done filming all the show, we were done Viva La Bam, we got a new car, and Bam dumped an entire jar like this of purple sparkles into the air conditioner vents. We've had the car for 5 years, and sparkles still come out.
He liked purple glitter. He put purple glitter in it.
As soon as you hit the air conditioner, you got blasted with sparkles.
Now this next prank, we refer to as seeing dots. Get yourself some hole punch dots. You place them into the vents. Now you point the vents, turn the air conditioner on high. You want it to be like a party in here. As soon as your buddy starts the car, It's party time.
Now, we took it over to the Chevy dealer like maybe 6 months in, and I realized as the guy sat in my car and he was going to move it to the back, he's going to turn the car, and it's kind of one of those moments where you're going like, no, and I see poof. I'm like, oh. And he goes, what the hell? Are you the Jackass people? I'm like, yeah, sorry about the sparkles.
It's like a party on my face.
You showed up once and he took your PT Cruiser.
April's car.
I took my mom's PT Cruiser, which I call it the PT Loser, and took it to an auto body shop to basically do what is now called Pimp My Ride before Pimp My Ride.
You've got to pimp my ride.
It's gonna look like a rolling crappy disco.
So we had a massive exhaust blowers on the side. We put flames decals on the doors.
Those decals are so bad.
There's some pipes coming out of the top.
The air goes down in the engine, it's like super fast.
You'll get to work 10 minutes faster.
You leave 10 minutes later.
Some Yosemite Sam back off mud flaps.
After we filmed it, I'm like, I can't ride around in my car like this. And they're like, don't you love it? I'm like, no, I can't go to work this way.
How long did you keep it that way?
1 or 2 trips to work, and then they
One or
she
two
said,
trips to work, but then I took it in, and then they left the snake shifter on the thing. I came out of the Giant after grocery shopping, and I had all frozen food. The shifter thing came off, and I couldn't move the car. I couldn't put it in gear, couldn't start it because I couldn't get it into neutral to, or park. It was like stuck in between. I think I called Dunn, and I'm like, Dunn, I'm stuck at the Giant, and you're gonna come and get me. You know what I mean? Because it's your fault.
I'd kick my own ass if I drove this thing.
We put hydraulics in Phil's van so it bounces up and down like a fucking Ice Cube video.
Jam my gun to the steering wheel. What's the hour? Remote control over there?
Yeah, they smashed the van, and he was sad about that.
I gotta be honest, for such a gag that was supposed to get a rise out of a person, it did not turn out like we wanted it. The guy at the junkyard assured us, I don't know why he said this, because it wasn't true. He said he had a machine that compressed vehicles. Is this where you wanted it? What we were trying to do was a throwback to one of our favorite 1980s movies, National Lampoon's Original Vacation. So Clark Griswold, there was this machine that compressed the car down to like a block. That's what we wanted. And that's what the guy at the junkyard told us he had, a machine just like that. He didn't have one. He just had like a cat crane rig. He just used the shovel to smash the car down. That's it. That's all they had. We were like, wait, that's it? It was just a wrecked car. It wasn't that visual block.
But then they gave you a new one.
We got you a new ride, Phil.
No, you're kidding. Is it stolen?
You like it?
Yeah, we'll keep it.
There was some kind of box with a bunch of food and money they had you and Vito go in over there.
Look at our bonus box. We're gonna stick Phil and Don Vito inside and blast everything we can all over them through them air hoses.
Yeah, the air was flowing the money, and we had to grab it.
Oh, that was in the backyard.
Oh, that was in the backyard.
Yeah.
Okay. There was no warning about any of this stuff ever.
No, we never got a warning. There was only one time I was in the garage and I found a script, which I didn't even know there was a script for Viva La Bam because we were never given anything. They just did stuff and we never got anything. But I found it and I opened it up and I read the script that they wanted to do I guess a couple weeks later, and it says, put 100 tarantulas in April's cabinets. So I shut the thing and I went in and I started to cry and I said, I'm leaving. I am not going to be here for this because even if they forget one, I'll be dead and it will forever haunt me. So I ruminated on that for about a day and a half until I finally went to the director and I'm like, I got to tell you that I found a script and I can't live through this. And they said, oh, don't worry about it. Bam already scrapped it. He said he couldn't either.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you. Yes. Thank you, Bam.
So never made it to the show.
Thank God.
You guys want to carry on inside?
Yeah, we can go inside.
So this is the stairway. You guys did sledding down this.
You know, being the Christmas episode was a success, we decided this time to use the snow machine on the inside, making the front stairwell a complete ski slope.
April's going to murder me. I think it's looking pretty good.
Novak was the first to try it. He bashed out the front window, twisting his leg.
What the hell is that?
We're sledding.
Bam! What the hell? What are you doing?
Give me a 10.
Get my door!
Yeah, they did a lot of like skiing and sledding. However to the side.
You went down a sled on it once, I think.
I did. Well, they made me. Yeah.
Ma'am, just please come in. Go back. Let him explain. You gotta watch that wall.
Here, you go. Oh.
That was so good.
And yeah, that thing was really gnarly.
I'm going skating.
You're going to kill yourself.
No. I'm going skating. He's a pro skateboarder.
And it was very hard to clean up.
Look, you can see it's actually still loose.
Pretty good. I slid it down it too, remember?
Did you?
Yeah, slammed into the door.
I don't know. It's all blur to me.
Yeah.
Oh, they filmed a lot of stuff.
Did
there.
they?
Yeah.
Here's a mirror where I check out my ass and shit right before we go film.
Waste the time.
Well, ripping the door down, they filmed.
Right, they did film that, I remember, when they ripped the door out here.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of this?
And I mean, the pool out back actually even, they did the original Jackass jet ski jump in our pool.
But
and that screwed it up so bad.
Really?
With the oil and the pebbles and everything else, but you know, our pool was kind of like irregular.
Did it just not work
But we
good?
ended up refilming that on top of a mountain in Malibu in
Right.
one of those big lap pools. And that was more effective because then it went down a hill too.
Right.
So that was filmed twice, but the first one was filmed here.
Wow.
So.
They should air the first version of doing it here. That would
Well,
be
I don't
awesome.
think it was like so great because they put like this little shed together and he went through that and it kind of was like uneventful. But we had to clean up and it was a mess.
So anything ever happened in there?
Usually they put the cameras in there.
Right.
And all the sound equipment and stuff. And the porch wasn't there. We actually knocked through a window and put a whole big side porch.
Didn't I tackle
looks
Bam
nice.
here once?
So.
I might have tackled Bam against the couch.
Broke the couch.
I think he said in one of the episodes or somewhere, he's like, this is the room where nothing ever happens in.
So the first room I want to show you is the room that nobody goes in.
Before we did Viva La Bam, they were calling it Bam TV.
Right.
So we sat here on the sofa and he spray painted with like enamel paint, by the way, on the wall, Bam TV in spray paint.
Oh, so it was right here? Yeah.
It was right there.
You come back here and
like,
see it?
don't look at all the mess. It was right here.
I'm sure he didn't
Yeah.
tell you he was going to do it.
No, he spray painted on the wall. And then we heard later that afternoon that he couldn't use Bam TV. It was going to be called Viva La Bam because Boston Academy of Music has Bam.
Oh.
He can't use Bam.
So the first thing we filmed was the wake up with the chainsaw.
5 in the morning, I got my parents, April and Phil, asleep right here.
I instantly got a chainsaw and cut a hole in the second floor, only to install a fire pole.
We need a fire pole.
I don't even believe it. That's cool. Are you insane?
And it was all real. So for those of you who think, oh, it's scripted, I can tell fake when I said, oh, it was a 100% real.
My bedroom was on the second floor, and then I would take the fire pole down to my editing room.
How long was that hole in the house?
It's still there.
Okay, so Phil's office,
Yeah.
which I'm going to warn you already.
Because I'm transferring up the basement up to here.
He's been doing that for years. So anyway, this is where the trap door is, and we took the fire pole out. But Phil does the business of Bam, and it's not pretty. Okay? there is the trap door.
No way. Wow. I can't believe that's still there.
It's still there.
Fire pole came down.
But I gotta tell you that my grandkids are seriously pissed. They want to know why these things are here. And we said, well, that's where the fire pole was. And they're like, where's the fire pole now? And I'm like, well, we took it out because it's in the middle of the room. Why would you do that? And they're like, we missed all the fun. And that's not fair.
Right.
So when are we gonna do this again? I'm like, okay.
Right! Yeah! Control. Came straight down.
That was awesome.
Once we had the fire pole, we can take the fire pole out, and it's got a little hatch latch. So I set up, you know, a rug that you just walk down and just fall into a hole. And Novak fell for that one pretty good.
Phil's very organized. He knows where everything is in this pit.
I believe it.
Leave it there. Don't take that.
Did Bam used to edit in this room? This used to be that editing room.
So this is my editing room, and it's also my favorite room.
Yeah, Bam had 3 big computers there. You used to edit. What was that called?
Media 100.
Media 100.
The Media 100 room. It's all half-assed right now, though.
Well, anyway, this is what I do to his office.
Just close it.
Let's never go back there again.
Oh man, and we don't need to go down here, but I do want to talk about this.
This is my mess down here, but we still do have the painted wall.
And Wee Man hid in the wall.
My mom already painted this gray castle looking wall that leads down to the basement, and we painted Wee Man exactly the same way.
This is the invisible me.
And just waited for somebody to go down the basement, and we got a lot of funny reactions out of the deal.
I grabbed him.
Oh, God. No.
I had to paint this wall in one day because we were trying to make it kind of like in Bam's style, but
right.
Yeah, so it's still here.
I like it.
I'm too lazy to repaint.
And then he used to skate down there with those skate ramps.
This is gonna be redone down here. It's gonna be pretty sick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, there's a window. There's a door right here.
The basement was pretty much devoted to me, so we got a big screen TV.
Can I just play the tape?
Play. This was scorched to see. Dear Diary.
So in Haggard, my brother was playing video games all day to the point where he was a zombie.
Breaking in this house.
Dude, he doesn't care. He's been playing this game for so long.
Had a purple rug, of course, with a cement line on it with 2 quarter pipes on each end. Which I skated quite often. Kerry Getz and I would have a lot of sessions down there. And we would just get goofy. You know, just trying to get creative as we could. Blunt, nose grab, bash your foot to a drum, and then come back in. Dropping in on a treadmill only to slam right into the quarter pipe. Frontside axle stall to jump 360, back to axle stall to in. Kickflip on flat to the wall. And we filmed some stuff in 35mm for Haggard on that. It looks really rad.
This can't be real. My heart is burning.
We shot some CKY videos down there, attached at the The whole right side with the door was devoted to DiCamillo and his arcade games.
Mortal Kombat, Tetris, and Dig Dug.
To the point where I was missing flights over Miss Pac-Man and Tetris, and I had to get rid of them.
It's seriously ridiculous.
It was ruining the flow of my business.
But it's all fabric and sewing machines now, so boring.
All right, here we are, the kitchen.
Here's the kitchen. This is where Rye drinks beer.
I'm coughing right now.
Bam kickflipped off that.
M. Night Shyamalan. I'm filming my video part.
She just turns around and goes right back.
Bam kickflipped off the...
Yes, and guess what? And the gash in the floor is right still here.
It's still there? No way.
Yeah, and I'm so mad. His trucks and wheels.
Oh!
Look, all of it. These are all gash
That
marks.
was only from a few tries, huh?
Did you like it or what?
What?
Your shirt matches the wall. Did you like the kickflip?
From skateboard decks.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't look at the dirt. I'm ready to clean today when you guys leave.
I think one of the most memorable things about this kitchen is it was completely painted blue. Everything, to the bananas, to everything.
Didn't they paint Phil blue?
They did.
We modeled a lot of the episodes after our favorite 80s movies.
I think I just got done watching Weird Science.
Lisa. Yes? Where are my grandparents? Why, your kitchen is blue.
You know, the part where they turn the entire kitchen blue.
Weird Science. We wanted to create that.
We had a crew of 20 people painting everything in that kitchen blue, from the kitchen counter to the cabinets, to the inside of the cabinets, to the forks, to the knives, to the apples, to the oranges, to the entire refrigerator and what was inside of it.
Oh, that sucks.
We had to rig it so April didn't know, and she was actually really pissed the fuck off. It's blue, fluorescent blue screen blue. It's such a hard color to hide. Do you know how many layers of paint had to go over that thing to obscure it?
Decorative and designish? Is that what just came out of your mouth? Oh my God.
20 years later, and my mom still finds blue in the kitchen.
You were still finding blue stuff.
Oh yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah, let's see it.
Painted this kitchen maybe 8 more times. Okay. There's some blue right there.
You never covered it yet?
Yep, see it?
There's some blue.
There's some blue.
Still some blue. I don't know.
I can't believe I'm showing you under my cabinet.
Oh yeah. I see some blue right there.
It shows up everywhere.
That's crazy.
Yep. It was crazy. And I remember saying, why couldn't you just light, especially the ceiling blue? He goes, because then it wouldn't be true. It wouldn't be authentic. He goes, what am I going to stage it? It would be so lame.
You have to understand, every little detail in that house was painted by her, like hand painted.
So I have to say that everything Bam did was very authentic. And I got to tell you that if you think you know your groceries, you don't. Because once they're painted blue, you open up a can, it could be cat food, could be tuna, could be beans, could be soup. There were things that I'm like, I would know baked beans, right? But this doesn't look like baked beans, and this is a baked bean thing. But we had to guess for a long time, so we just gave the cat most of it.
She opened up what she thought was baked beans to put in chili, and it was cranberry sauce. So I said, since you opened it, throw it in there.
No.
She threw it in there and it made it delicious. I loved it.
He's as bad as Bam with the stories.
Well, I remember it that way, you remember it
opened
your
it
way.
up and I thought it was something else, and
You
it
thought it was beans.
slid into the chili before I could get it, and I was like, oh my God, I think that was cranberry sauce.
I was glad about it.
And I didn't say anything to them because I just was like, I'll just stir it through, you know what I mean? Maybe nobody will notice. So I served chili that night, and I remember even Jesse was here, you were here, Bam was here, and they're like, is the chili different? I'm like, no, why? There's nothing wrong. He's like, no, it's so good. It's like, kind of like tangy, but really good. And I'm like, really? That's funny. So I put that in.
Well, back to the blue paint. The phone line still has a piece of blue on it.
Yep, that's some blue right there.
I replaced all of this because this was all blue.
Wow.
And we're the only ones that still have a house phone, but we do that just to get rid of people. So
It's better for business
What
because
about-
it's not
They don't
traceable.
need to know all that.
Okay, well, I like a landline so it doesn't go through the air.
this room is like
Oh, I also wanted to talk about this.
carpet.
TV room.
This whole room was a skate park.
The ramps were
Yeah.
all through this room. Tony Hawk was skating in
That
there with
was
Bam.
so crazy.
Over
that
the
was,
fireplace, yeah.
Do all that stuff outside.
We gotta go over the fireplace.
Do whatever I know. Yeah, it looks good. Tony Hawk, yeah, let him skate through there. Yeah. Everybody's in the house. Have a big party.
As things started to escalate and as Viva La Bam started, it just got really, really fun because there was opportunity to have a lot of people involved. A lot of skaters, you know, like Tony Hawk and Bucky Lasek.
I love how you keep everything on the mantelpiece.
They just started, you know, coming out and helping with all the nonsense that we were doing.
Glad it's not my house.
Being we had a $300,000 budget for the first episode of Viva La Bam, I told my parents I was giving them a free paid vacation to Atlantic City in a limousine at the nicest hotel there.
A 1974 limousine the whole way to Atlantic City, really fun.
Them thinking that the good son that I am, well, that's very nice of them. That was just a f***ing ruse to get him out of there. We flew in Geoff Rowley.
Well, hello.
Hello, how you doing? Tony Hawk. Tim O'Connor. Donny Barley. Bucky Lasek. A substantial amount of pros. The entire inside of the house got gutted to put a massive roll-in in the dining room going straight through the kitchen, 2 quarter pipes over the fire pit, which Tony Hawk did first, followed by me, and then another ramp to the entire wall, which I nose bonked it so hard that some drywall chipped out.
You like what I did with the place?
That episode was hell. Hell to film. We had to hire an abundance of cameramen. I think there was like 8 cameramen. And they all thought that if they got the best shots, they would get a permanent place on the show. We had a little break in the action, and I said, guys, we gotta split this up. We're all fighting each other. Let's work together. And they said, F you just wanna be the one to get the best shots. We're just gonna get whatever we can, right guys? And I was like, you're all a bunch of fucking assholes.
So many cars here. Our neighbors are gonna hate us.
Of course, April and Phil return only to lose their mind.
Right. And I mean, I couldn't even believe that they did it.
Right.
To tell you the truth.
You had no idea you were walking into that at all.
Oh, hell no. But I just knew whatever it was wasn't gonna be good.
Right.
Where's the furniture? Oh my God! What's on the wall? Fire!
I just didn't know that. But what you don't know is that it was raining so bad that day.
Oh, it's really
yeah.
So bad.
Some of the heaviest rain is moving into the Westchester area. It looks like most of it is going to continue into tomorrow.
It fucking rains. You have all these pro skaters here and it's raining.
That rainstorm made history books. We had to order $10,000 worth of tents to try to keep it dry to at least get a little bit of skating done. And it worked out in the end, but that was just such the wrong day to choose to have a skate jam at the house.
They had to get tarps to go over those ramps, and they had to figure out ways to hold the tarps with a ton of water in it. So what they did was they came through our bedroom window, and we have a bump out, and they tied the whole tarp to the bottom of Phil's gigantic desk.
This is Phil's desk. This is where he pays my bills.
And it held it. But when they all left and the circus left town, every time it rained, that whole bump out on our house got pulled this way from the weight of the water. And we had a waterfall that came through our window.
Oh, wow.
And the bump out. Like, the cleanup here is insane.
I believe it.
Like when Raab was downstairs and we had all the pinball machines and stuff, and he was living back there.
And he sleeps back here. He's been here for a month and a half.
He pulled himself up on like a pipe that was hanging, and for the longest time we couldn't figure out why toilets weren't flushing. We had no suction in the whole thing, and it's because he pulled it down and broke the vacuum. That took 3 days to figure out.
Wow.
And that was not fun.
They played ice hockey in here too.
I was about to bring that up, the ice rink.
Yeah, that was fun.
This is great.
Hey, Abe's having fun for once.
Yeah, that's good.
We turned the living room into a fucking ice skating rink and ordered some professionals to do the triple Lindy. DiCamillo, of course, loves hockey, so he was in there having a little private game with himself.
I played ice hockey when I was younger a bit, so I always loved the fact that they're like, oh, let's put Raab on skates, he'll probably just eat shit. And then like I'd, be half naked in a jockstrap with the skates on, and I'd skate in like just some regular ice hockey player, and they're like, wait, what the hell? Because the real idea is you want us to fail at whatever we're doing, and that's the funny part. they did figure out a way for me to fail. They put this cup on and they started taking slap shots like at the cup. And dude, it hit me so hard in the legs and I had like all these welts everywhere. And then at one point, like half a ball was hanging out below the bottom of the cup and the puck just goes screaming into it. It nails me in the nuts so hard. Like I thought I was protected, totally not. It just sandwiched the balls like right in between the cup and the worst.
That was amazing. I had played ice hockey when I was a kid, so Bam had asked me to come down.
Anthony here's gonna take some slap shots of hamburgers right at Phil over there.
As a matter of fact, Mark and I had went down to visit April and Phil recently at the house, and I looked over at the living room where the ice actually was. I laughed, and Phil started laughing, and so did April, and I said, over 20 years ago, just imagine, Phil, I was shooting cheeseburgers and frozen English muffins at your head, and he cracked up. He was like, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
The ice skating rink was fucking awesome until they're trying to shoot frozen bananas at your fucking nuts. Like with real hockey sticks. One guy, I think he fucking played in college. I was like, you're not shooting a frozen banana, like trying to hit me in the nuts. There's no fucking way. So that's why I jumped the fuck out. I was like, I'm not losing my teeth.
Yeah.
You know, not over this shit.
But when we had to replace the carpeting, the guy that came in said, what in the hell happened to your baseboards? And I'm like, oh, well, that's actually from the ice skaters. And they're like, no, the baseboards, we're talking about the baseboards. I'm like, yeah, what's from ice skating in here? Because, lady, nobody has ice skaters in their living room. I'm like, I did. It was doubly embarrassing because to put new carpeting in, we had to move these corner pieces out, and we found like, oh my God, oranges and bagels behind it had fallen down behind big pieces of furniture.
That we didn't move.
So embarrassed. Like I've been so embarrassed here so many times trying to explain stuff to people that have no knowledge of like what happened. Right? I got to make a lot of explanations.
Right. Right.
Why would anybody have this? And I'm like, well, here's what happened. Here's how it went. One day in band camp, you know.
Right. What about the alligator? Where was the alligator at when you found it?
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah, right near the island, right?
Right in front of here.
When you saw the alligator there, were you just afraid, or did you think, oh, they're filming something?
No, well, we had all done one season of Jackass.
Right.
And it was at a time when Senator Lieberman had stepped in, and he was like worried that kids were going to like copy things that were done on Jackass, but the things that were being copied, like boiling water on your friend, like that was never done on the show. So anything anybody did dumb was being blamed on the show. So we were filming through the week, like maybe they would do 20 skits and they would only okay like 5. Knoxville and Bam and everything. It's like, dude, we're just killing ourselves here for nothing. So let's just be done with the first season, and then Paramount picked up the movie, and then they could do whatever they wanted.
Right.
So I came home late from work that night, and Phil and I had a code. I'm like, if they're there, call me.
Why are you giving it away?
Because I said, let me know, like we'll have a code word like it's a 911 situation, like they're there. So I remember being very late from work, and I said, anything happening at the house? And he goes, no, all's good, all's clear. I'm like, good. I'm just gonna go home and die. So I came in the house, and the first thing I thought of was, oh my God, all the freaking lights are on. Does no one shut lights off in this house? I mean, really, it was lit up like freaking Christmas. And there's many times I've gone into Bam's house and every light is on and he's left town.
Yeah.
And his TV's on, you know? So I came around here and I saw that. Phil? Hey, Phil! And I thought, okay, they have a budget with Paramount, and how much did this thing cost? Because it's not real impressive. I'm like, that probably cost a fortune, you know what I mean, to get a prop. So I remember saying, is this thing real? Is this thing real? This alligator!
At first you walked in, glanced at it, thought it was fake, and then realized that, you know, you're dealing with Bam, you're dealing with Jackass, and that thing is real as f***, and she lost her mind.
They told me that I said it like 56 times.
But the F word, or is it real?
Is it real? The alligator was real. They got it from Pocono Alligator Farm, and it was February, so they had to keep him in the van. If an alligator's cold, he's dormant, kind of. But as he was warming up, he started moving, but it looked kind of mechanical to me, you know? So when it started moving, I locked myself in the laundry room, and I'm like, you need to tell me right now, like, is that thing real or not? And I think when they told me it was real, I like lost my shit. So, you know, and I didn't back then say the F word very often, like it was an emergency. So I guess that was a big deal that I said that.
That is the scariest fucking thing I ever saw in my whole life.
Don't leave. Where the hell you going?
Yeah, he had two ones, a 6-footer and a 4-footer. You got the 6-footer, they tried to scare me with a 4-footer.
Bam! What? Are these f***ers real, these things?
But it looked so fake. I was just petting it and everything. They said, this ain't go to work. You're petting an alligator. I said,
well,
because it's fake. I thought it was fake.
Well, it's funny because years later when we did, I think, Jackass 3, we had wrapped out in California and thought we were done. We had the luncheon, you know, wrap reel. Went back to our hotel room. That's when the gorilla was there.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that was real. And that
because
he
of the
actually,
alligator.
And he actually knocked the trainer out, and he was laying on the floor.
Just don't make any sudden movements. Don't make eye contact with him.
And Bam was saying, oh my God, do you have anything? And I said, I have like crackers from on the plane. And I remember just throwing it crackers. And I'm like, what are we gonna do? Because like he's on the loose, and the guy who's the trainer is like, no, he's knocked out. So, I mean, I really thought we're in a bad situation. And then when he laid down, I'm like, I went up and it was Pontius.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
So I wanted to smack him right in the head.
I'm so glad you're fake.
And fucking Chris Pontius actually took classes, a lot of them, to learn how to move like a gorilla to make it look as real as possible, and it looked real as shit.
But we just eat that big buffet lunch, and I was aiming for the bathroom.
You always make a big deal about the lunch.
I know, but I let the thing run around. I just ran to the bathroom. I couldn't hold it.
Where is he? I had to take a mean shit. There's a gorilla. I know, I had to take a mean shit. It was coming out.
I was holding it the whole way home, and I said, I don't give a shit about no gorilla. I went to the bathroom.
They took the bathroom door off in the hotel room, so we wouldn't lock ourselves in and run away
I go
from
without
it.
the door. I don't remember the door.
Yeah,
it wasn't
there was no door.
It wasn't there. I still went.
And that was really embarrassing.
Oh, quick story about behind that.
Yeah, didn't you guys knock some holes in the wall?
I'm so pissed. I will actually feel better.
And Tony Hawk punched it through. That it went through the bathroom, knocked the bathroom mirror. The bathroom mirror is right behind that wall.
He felt so bad.
Sorry, April. The mirror broke the sink. It was crazy.
I still have the piece of wall that he knocked in, and he signed it.
No way.
Still have it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, if you saw all the props we had, you wouldn't believe it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Even the plaster face of Bam's face for Jackass 1, when they had to age him.
Oh yeah.
And we had to bring it home from California. He says, would you take that home? And I said, sure. So it went on the carousel when, you know, all the luggage comes down,
right.
And the face slid out of the box.
Bro.
So it was going around with him like that. It was so
creepy.
funny.
Yeah.
I know, it was so creepy.
What about when Turbonegro played in here? That was a party.
That was right against the fireplace.
That was in here too.
We have 8 amps in this house. It's gonna blow the windows out.
The second episode, which is called Don't Feed Phil. I put up 2 billboards in the greater Philadelphia area of a picture of Phil. It just says, don't feed Phil. I have an airplane going through all of Westchester just looping around saying to not feed Phil.
I called you and I said, I just passed a plane that says don't feed Phil heading towards our house. He goes, are you kidding me? I said, I just passed it on 202.
And there was a truck that went by.
I said, it's flying through Westchester.
And a billboard had it. It was crazy. Don't feed Phil.
We actually had a news article, and Preston and Steve talked about it on FM radio.
It's an all-points bulletin. No food allowed for Phil at all today.
Hey, come here.
If you see a guy coming up to you, very large, chunky guy who kind of looks like Bam, begging,
he's got a beard.
Not give him food.
Don't give him any food. He's about 480 pounds.
To the point where Phil even tried to go to a secret pizza shop, and they wouldn't even give him one slice for $80.
That's one slice right there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's more than enough for a slice.
I'm just leaving, and Rabbit, you hand over here. He wouldn't give you the slice?
You're trying to bribe him with $80.
He wouldn't give you the slice.
Not even for $80, Steve.
What the heck is going on here? It was a true nightmare. Like, I thought I could... Raab took me, we stopped there for pizza, and I offered the guy $80, and he says, no.
He thought it would actually be for filming, but they would actually give him some lunch, and they didn't.
I've had this insurance agent since I was a teenager, and I went to see her. Her name is Wendy, and when she was opening a bag of chips, I said, give me some chips, and Raab wouldn't even let me have a chip.
What I always remember about Phil and Don Vito is they're like, hey, let's do a cheesesteak hoagie split, and they would just order like 2 full big ass like 24-inch hoagie and a cheesesteak and then split it, and you're like, that is like the most food I've ever seen. I'm like, how the heck I can eat that for like a whole week, and they're just eating it in one sitting. And I think that's what inspired, like, hey, we need to cut it down on what you're eating here. And it was, you know, all good fun, just messing around with him, knocking food out of his hand, making sure people, you know, just didn't let him eat, and it was hilarious.
Conveniently, one of my favorite bands from Norway happened to be in town on a tour, and they took the day off to have a live rock concert in my living room.
What are you doing?
What did you do?
Oh my God! Oh my God! There are all these people coming in our house.
If we didn't feed Phil. Phil went 24 hours without eating, but then when midnight hit, he completely got to stuff his face.
3, 2, 1. Phil made it 24 hours without eating.
It was disgusting.
I didn't throw up, but I should have.
It was disgusting.
I've only thrown up 3 times in my life, and that should have been the 4th time, but I didn't throw up.
That was so gross.
So that, I figured out later, is worse for your body than just having 3 meals a day.
You know, Hank was so nice.
I know.
You know, too many people have like left the show.
Right.
It's a shame because he was really a cool guy.
You small jackass children, I was a little puppet master making you all do these silly things and become unfriendly, and now I travel away from here and leave you all in a frenzy, becoming enemies. I have sown strife among you, and I will rule the world and be a puppet master to this whole continent.
You guys had the skate ramp out back.
Yeah, well, we've been doing some yard work, so I know there's stuff everywhere. I know it's bad, but this is where the skate ramp used to be.
Now, when the half pipe was built, the East Coast vert ramp, what that means, it's 7 foot, and then we had a bold corner with a hole in it. I got a lot of tricks done on that thing, and you know, we would get little ledges and tables to ollie up, lip slide, and all kinds of things. I was really pumped on that half pipe. I wasn't too fond that it was a foot higher than it should be, but it made me learn a lot of rad tricks on it. Probably one of my favorites was nollie 270 50-50 to front rock. Punch. That was the first time I've ever done that. And you know, it was just a perfect ramp to blast nollies off of. You know, we've had some rad sessions on that ramp. Bucky Lasek did this weird backside 180, like frontside grind to fakie. I did a sick tray bomb to nose bash. Shot on 35 in Haggard. Krasauskas nose blunt. And some epic shit to go down. Tony Hawk at your fucking house doing a McTwist. You know, Novak was coming from Baltimore, fresh off of heroin, so he tried a frontside nose blunt on the 7 foot and just bashed his chin so hard I might have had to show it at least 10 times. Things like that you could just watch over and over again and it never gets old. DiCamillo would always show up with these big giant cardboard paper mache things and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm building a fake castle so we could have a flaming bow and arrow, fire it at Ryan Dunn and we'll just charge him and then it'll all come crashing down, you know? When we were building all the ramps inside and outside of the house, we had to do a little MTV promo and they gave us a pretty good budget that I was kind of surfing the web looking for something unique to do. And we found this chimpanzee from Alabama that knows how to skateboard. So I gave them a call. They agreed to come 2 days later. This chimpanzee really did know how to skate.
He was the cutest thing. He stayed with me all day. And hugged me like I was his mom.
It was amazing.
He loved Bam. And he thought that Bam's board was better because it was doing better tricks. So he kept switching boards with Bam, thinking that his did better things than the one he had.
The monkey thought if he stole Bam's board, he would do the same trick, but he kept stealing the board. He never did the trick.
So after hugging him and skating with this chimpanzee for a little while, I finally gave him my skateboard as a thank you gift. And then I think there was still money in the budget left, so we just ordered a mariachi band from Kennett Square real quick. So on top of Tim Glomb and the whole crew building this whole thing, I tried to kickflip pivot this log stump as coping, and I don't know what happened. I guess I slipped out or whatever, but I broke my wrist for the fucking 13th time, and there I am getting another cast, having to fly all the way to Europe with that. Rad.
The ramp went over to Bam's house, and then we put the pool in. We've been doing a lot of yard work.
Right.
And I haven't gotten to it because I've been at work, so.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's usually pretty nice out here, but it's pretty messed up right now.
No.
And all the leaves are in the pool right now, so.
It's all good.
Anyway, yeah, this is where we did a lot of filming.
I don't got time for the. Yes! That's fucking awesome! Whoa! Did I make it? Yes!
I like weird creative, you know. Skinny quarter pipe just directly into the garage door. Really fun and goofy. Yeah, and that was a great clip.
There's a shed over here. I don't know if it's the same shed Ryan Dunn jumped off on a pile of mulch.
Same one.
Oh, God.
Oh. Back then, when you don't really have a big budget, you'll just figure out funny shit to do for free. And one of them was we had a big pile of mulch that was getting ready to get laid out in the garden. It was right next to the new shed we had. So I think I double dog dare Ryan Dunn to run full speed off of the top of the barn, face plant into the mulch.
It's a pool house now, but yard work.
The pool looks great.
No, we're dealing with a storm.
Minus the leaves.
Well, we had a storm yesterday and the leaves, so this is what I'm doing when you guys leave.
Wasn't there like a trampoline somewhere that they would jump off the
That was the other house.
Oh, okay.
Well, we had a trampoline here too.
Oh, there was one over here.
And Pontius was jumping up and down naked with his thing flopping up and down.
Our other grandkids left the trampoline out at Bam's house for him to have fun with.
Right.
But my oldest granddaughter's 20, so a lot of time has gone by.
I think the neighbor did get perturbed when Pontius was jumping up and down with his thing bouncing up and down.
That was bad. He was
out in the open.
I forgot about that.
Well, you guys want to go back inside?
Yeah, we can go back in.
Real quick, I have a story that happened out here.
Let's hear it.
Jackass was filming, I think the day they were doing the jump of the ski thing, and I was sitting next to the producer. Bam had done the Rocky to me about a half an hour ago, right?
Right.
And they didn't like the way he hit me so hard, so they were debating. So I was eating something. I was opening up a ketchup packet, and I put some in my ear, and I looked at the producer and I said, man, since Bam hurt me, my ear hurts. He goes, your ear's bleeding, your ear's bleeding. medic. I thought that was funny, but they didn't air that for some reason.
Yeah, that is funny.
You got him.
Just so you know, our cat chews a hole through there so he can go in and out, and I can replace that all that I want, but it won't make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Didn't someone get their head shaved right here in Jackass?
Everybody did. In Jackass, they just buzzed your head wherever you were. They didn't care.
So, you know, I was at my extreme Ville Valo look at the time. Dimitri came up behind me and totally got a chunk. You know, I was really pissed about it, actually.
I think they did film a CKY music video in this house too.
Shock and Terror.
Shock and Terror, yep.
And then they did, yeah, we've done a lot of them, actually.
Yeah.
They've been everywhere. Then we did a lot down in the shed. They made it into a Christmas village for Deco.
Santa cooked your Christmas in his hobbit hole. But why is it so cold?
And the fake poop was invented for Haggard here.
With the garage door.
Yeah.
Yeah, right out there.
Experimented with the fake poop with them, and they made it look real.
Taped it right on.
I always drove around in my car with a jar of either fake blood or fake poop.
Didn't he do fake puke right here in the kitchen too?
That too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did
the oatmeal.
Oatmeal-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect fake puke. Is it? It is.
What are you doing there? Oh, stop that! Ew.
What did you eat?
Oh.
Haggard and Ming Hag's scenes were filmed here, especially Haggard, heavily.
Yeah, a lot.
He played Hellboy. Let's talk about that for a second.
His name is Hellboy. His name is Hellboy? It's all I'm thinking about.
Filming Haggard was crazy. That's when I was young. Like, I didn't have much time to film anything. So they would call me up, and also it was before there were drones and shit like that. Oh my God, the guy's such a pain in my dick. I still have PTSD thinking about him now. Frantz would call me up, be like, Rake, you gotta get here. It's a crane shot day. It's a crane shot day. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, Karate Kid? He's like, no, we got the crane, we got the crane. I didn't realize how expensive those filming cranes were. They like went up and down. So when it was a crane day, that was totally popping off. The neighbors must have been like, what the fuck? Because it was real film. It wasn't like digital. So the lighting had to be perfect, because if the lighting wasn't perfect, then it's gonna fuck up the film.
Well, they got that camera.
They rented that camera, didn't they?
Nope, they owned it.
That 35 millimeter thing?
No, they bought it because there was a part that went wrong on it because I had to go up near the George Washington Bridge and go get it, you know, the camera. It needed fixing. But yeah, that was a really good camera, and I know that like every time it was rolling, Bam's like, it's seriously costing money. Like, for you to just F up on purpose, it's like it's costing money every minute.
$300 a minute.
It's $300 a minute. Yeah, with the film. But he wanted it to look a certain way. Yeah. And I think they all did a really good job on that.
Regarding Haggard the movie, a lot of people ask me what was my inspiration for creating that look. It was out of necessity. I lit that movie with 3 lights. 3 lights. We were shooting with about 100 ISO film. Your average iPhone has like a native ISO of like somewhere around 2000. So with what you shoot with your iPhone in the darkest places it can get an image, we had to have 32 times the amount of light. So we bought a 1200 watt HMI light and 2 575s. So I was like, how can I make this look beautiful and interesting? And that's how I did it. I just rigged up ways to use those same 3 lights.
So you gotta wait for Frantz, you gotta wait for Hannah, you gotta wait for the lighting, and so next thing you know, you're slapping logs against the garage door.
Yeah.
But you spend 2 hours like prepping for that log to slap, you know?
It smells so bad. Oh, it's just Don Vito shit. Oh, he puts it on there? And then I'll duct tape it on, yeah.
The duct tape, you know, you had to have it just right.
We duct taped some shit on the garage door. Deke Mello climbed up some pile of logs and fell on it. We shit in the Rake Yohn's gas tank.
Get the shit in the gas tank?
And I think the music was special. And of course, Villa's music was a big part of that. He's been in our house. He stayed overnight, and he used to go out first thing in the morning and sit out in the
Did he
yard
make tea or coffee?
and write songs.
He'd be sitting.
Tea or coffee?
Was he drinking back then? I don't know if he was sober or drinking.
I'm
But
not
anyway, he'd
saying
sit
anything.
yoga style with his legs crossed. He'd be writing his music right out there in the backyard. And I'd look out the window.
That's amazing.
Tea or coffee?
Are
you all right?
Well, I came down and made coffee. I thought maybe he had coffee. I don't know what he was drinking.
It was a lot of fun. You know, I'd come home from Shippensburg to shoot my scenes, and we did like a scene in the shower where I'm singing this song like, we built this city on rock and roll, and I'm just like singing it like a goofball. City on rock and rebuild this city. That voice was something that I kind of messed around with, you know, when I was young, just doing this like, oh, thing. Bam and I would just kind of keep escalating it with each other, just doing this voice to each other, like, oh, hey, Quaz, and they'd be like, oh, come on, little Bam Bam, and we would just kind of do that back and forth to each other. Pretty close, Johnny, little bang bang, but no cigar. Oh, come on, Brent, give me a little spark park. I need some fire. And then that started this thing where we started messing with the cat. Like, you're not in a bad way. Salisbury Stuber for Kiki. But the Salisbury Stuber from Kiki thing came about because there was this Salisbury steak TV dinner in the freezer, and we just started changing the word Salisbury steak to like, oh, I'll get a little Salisbury Stuber, and that was like Salisbury steak. Salisbury Stuber, little Salisbury. Come on, little Kiki. It just like evolved into this ridiculous thing that we're trying to torture this cat, and it was always so funny to us because the cat's just looking at you like, dude, what the f is wrong with you two? and we just like keep doing it to each other. Little Kiki, come here. Where's Kiki now? And I remember sitting with Bam editing that and putting dramatic music to it, and it just kept getting funnier and funnier to us. But we're like, maybe this is just like because we're delirious and no one's gonna think it's funny. Come back, Kiki. The Kiki thing kind of really took off, and people just like really thought it was hilarious, and we're like, damn, okay, they're right there with us on how funny and ridiculous and weird it is. And that is what really inspired the character for Haggard.
Remember that cat you used to have?
Oh, Kiki.
Hey, yeah.
And it was easy for me because it was really fun. I'll say like getting in front of a camera as myself is sometimes like not as easy as if you're just kind of acting like a goofball and doing whatever. It's a lot easier to do that kind of stuff. Hey, hello.
What the f is wrong with your face?
What?
What? We're about to perform a highly legal break-in and you're on your way to a football game with your frat buddies is what?
And then that character just kind of took off. The character, and probably me in real life, just annoyed the shit out of Brandon DiCamillo, and it made perfect, you know, like a perfect like chemistry for the two of us for that character, and he would just get so annoyed with me, everything I'm doing. All right, I had a few mixed drinks along the way, so it went fast.
That was awesome.
One of the funniest parts in that movie is when you and Deco were on the bike and you just face planted into the f***ing grass or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
I love her so.
When are we gonna get there? So that scene where I'm on the pegs of the bike in Haggard with Brandon and we're riding back from the train station, it ended up being the worst thing because we're riding and it's like, oh, I missed that cat. And then Bam's like, I guess told Brandon to pull off the road and just wreck. And I had no idea that was coming. So I'm just on the back, and then all of a sudden he goes off the side and we hit this like ditch, and we go down in the ditch, and as we went, like his head hit me fully in like the solar plexus stomach, and it just made me gag so hard. And I was hungover, of course, because I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I was drunk always. So anyway, I'm like, oh, I need to get some more drinks, but I'm like feeling like shit. And it hit me like that, and I'm just throwing up on the side, like, oh, like I hope we got that, because dude, I don't know if I could do another like that. And we wrecked so hard, but it made it like so funny because once again it was this odd thing, like why the hell do they just pull off the road and wreck? But it was hilarious.
We must have filmed in every single corner of his house to make it a different scene. Every nook and cranny of that house you could think of.
They would act like it's a different house completely just to get like a different location
out
of
of
it.
Anywhere you could find a place to film, we filmed there.
Whoa! Ah!
I was editing Haggard. I remember that was the first time I was up for 4 days not due to any like caffeine or drugs or alcohol. I was just so into editing in the zone, and I wanted to finish this movie.
I've been in this room for far too long.
4 days I spent just in there, leaving only to take a piss or
Bam gave you guys roles in the movies too. Did you always enjoy the acting side of things?
Yeah, well, you know, Bam's so funny. He would always say, could you play so-and-so's mom?
That's not going to be enough for you. Maybe you want some of Tucker's. That'd be great. Hey, Tucker, hand that over. Have some supper.
He's a keeper.
Great.
Or could you do this or that? And then when it came to it, he always like wrote our names like as small as he could possibly get it.
He left us off the Ming poster.
Did he really?
He put
Gina
Lynn.
He goes, she needs to be on the poster,
He made
not
her
you.
so big.
She was barely in the movie.
It didn't matter.
The original poster had me and Ape there, but her left boob took mine and her right boob took Ape's face. So she's in the poster, but we're not.
He says, nobody cares if you're in there. Or he
They want
puts
Gina Lynn in
our
there.
name at the bottom, like that small. I'm like, it's fine, whatever.
But it was fun to make those movies.
Not the cake! No! No! Not the cake! It's garbage, it's expired!
And so was Viva La Bam.
We're just his mom and dad.
I loved
but-
every second of it, but she got a little frustrated, but I loved every second.
Because he never cleaned up. You never had to clean up.
Well, they had the kids clean up, but they didn't clean up good enough for you, so you redid it.
Phil, we're talking about Haggard right now.
Well, PAs did
But when
it.
everything comes in and everything gets set up and everything else, and then everybody leaves.
You have to do it. Okay.
Thank you very much. Hallelujah.
Bam had also asked Mark and I to be in the movie Ming Hags. That was
Yeah.
a great time. The parts that I had, I played the warehouse cop.
Take him away!
Come on, this strong. It's my invention.
And I was also, I guess you could call me the long-haired burnout or drunk.
Yeah.
I had a long black wig on, flannel shirt. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Mark, you were in a lot of that. Wasn't Bam's Pop was your dad in the movie?
Uh-huh.
Why don't you tell a little about that, Mark?
We did some funny scenes, pushing at the orange shopping cart around and driving in a car, and a couple of my scenes were like, Daddy, no! Daddy, no!
Shut the hell up.
Okay, anything for you, Daddy.
What was your favorite part of the movie? With Pop?
Yep, hanging out with Pop. Hey, Dad.
Jesus Christ, Raab. Aren't you supposed to go out looking for a job today?
Nah, there's a b-ball game coming on at 4.
You can't watch no b-ball game. You gotta get a job.
Nah, I'm gonna try to get laid tonight.
Yeah, and Phil and April always said that Pop loved you.
Yes, he
You were
did.
his favorite.
Yeah.
In that movie, and he had a really good time working alongside of you.
Yeah, but
Which
then
is
me
good.
riding a BMX bike and flipping it over the ramp.
I forgot about that.
Holy shit! Daddy, no! I'm the man.
The stunt guy who actually did Mark's parts. He had a helmet on with a fake mustache. It was the best. He looked almost identical to you, and then you were actually riding the bike up till they stopped the part,
Yep.
and then he actually did the flip, and then it looked like they put you back in. That was
Yep.
hilarious. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Yep.
That was great.
And doing a cash register. Something's messed up. I think this thing's broken. You guys can have all this. What? Me being in the classroom.
Geoff Rowley was the teacher in that classroom scene, right?
Yeah.
You are hereby expelled permanently. Bye-bye, baby.
Expelled? What do you mean expelled?
What part about expelled don't you understand, Raab? You're out of here. Get out of my face.
Daddy, no!
Get out of here!
Yeah, Franzi, he's an awesome guy.
Yeah, Joe's awesome to work with. He's such a good dude.
Yeah.
Then that box, there's that flashlight to show them better.
You don't need a flashlight, Phil.
To show pictures, it's dark in that
Whatever. But anyway, these are a lot of people that we got to meet.
Oh, Jay Leno.
What's this is so funny. This is a picture of my dad, and I remember him saying, "Who's Iggy Pop?" And then we told him who he was, and then he showed everybody at work, Iggy Pop.
Hey, wake up, you guys. Wake up.
This is Robin Williams. He was.
Oh, wow.
He was
Amazing.
he sat on Phil's lap and pretended to tell Santa Claus what he wanted. This was the Osbournes. Actually, Ozzy stepped out of the picture for a second because he was doing something, but that was Sharon.
Yeah.
There's Jamie and Billy Idol.
Oh, yeah.
Super nice guy. On the Castle Bam, when we were getting ready for Slayer to come, I mentioned Def Leppard, my favorite band, and Metallica, also my favorite band.
I love heavy metal.
No, but this is like...
Heavier than Metallica?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Def Leppard?
Dude.
My favorite.
And they were nice enough to send all this, and they actually invited me to meet them, and I did. So that was really
That's amazing.
Nice. These are all like backstage passes. Just some more pictures of everybody.
Oh, there's the alligator right there too.
Yeah. A lot of skaters that we've met and bikers.
Right.
A lot of
Tony
them.
Hawk up there. Yeah.
I gotta complain about someone back here breaking bottles. I gotta take you in.
Rick Thorne back there.
But yeah, Janie Lane. Heidi Klum when she first got started.
Oh, yeah.
SVU, love that. Dave Navarro, Carmen Electra. We had a fun day with them. This is Phil back in the day when he met Tom Jones.
I was going to say show him Tom Jones because he was nice enough to talk about Elvis for 10 minutes with me because he knew Elvis very well. So that was awesome.
That's amazing. Phil with Willie Ames, he's a good friend of ours. And Hart, of course, Ryan and Angie.
Yeah.
Queens of Stone Age, Bucky. Bucky's so sweet. We just had a lot of company here, so there, here it is.
Oh, there's the monkey.
He loved me.
That's amazing.
Isn't that funny?
So where was Bam's old room up here?
Well, he and Jesse switched all the time. Bam was either in here or in here, but I think the last place was in here.
My room has never been this clean.
We remade that over, of course.
Right.
And then, oh my God, this was Bam's the wedding day when he married Missy Rothstein. Novak had broken both feet because he went off of that big thing.
We talked about that in last year's video.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh my God!
Wow. But yeah, this used to be Bam's room, and this is our spare room.
A lot of Haggard scenes were filmed in all these rooms, even to make it look like other.
In this room especially, because we had to put purple drapes on.
Oh, is this the room where they found them in the room and then they jumped out the window and ran through the house and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the closet they hid in.
Yeah.
And they left the camera right here on the dresser.
That's it.
So as we're moving into the new house, there wasn't even beds yet. Raab's sleeping on the second floor. DiCavello mustered up this minging ass fart, but he puts his ass like an inch away from his nose and just brr, you can almost like see the crystals enter his.
Ow! What the f was that?
Oh, wake up full fart in the face, and you could like feel the spray of the fart, and it was just so fucking sick. But the worst part of it was the smell of Brandon's asshole. Like I was like, ew, dude, like when's the last time you took a fucking shower? You know, it was like, it's just so nasty. Like the fart sucked, but the smell of the sick like soil or whatever it was just so gross.
That right there just goes to show that you do not need a budget to be funny.
And this room was like wonky for months. I'm like, I came in here, I'm like, I gotta change this, I can't stand it. There's a picture of me in 1975.
Wow.
Well, painting.
Right.
Isn't that funny?
That's great.
Everybody that comes up here says it looks like Bam. And I'm just getting ready to do a whole wall of like family pictures because what I have is like so old, you know, like my grandkids, like I have Ava when she was 6, she's 20. Little Phoenix. This is the 20-year-old now and the 18-year-old. Isn't that sweet?
Wow, yeah.
There's Bam's pool done by John Hannafin.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's his yard, backyard.
You can take one of these strips down here. That's our room and we've got everything in it, so. We've been blown up. You've all been in the room anyway, so.
This fat ass Phil's room. Fat ass Phil's desk. Fat tub for a fat person. We gotta see if we can fit in this.
That's narrow. I bet you scrapes edges.
I'm upstairs ironing on hamburgers to every item of Phil's clothing.
Hamburger. Give him the big one.
No, not that shirt. Come on.
Hamburger.
Bam ironed hamburgers all over your clothes.
Hey, how come all my shirts are like this?
He's still wearing them.
Is he really?
At the yard sale yesterday, I had it on
He
the
still
orange
wears
one.
them because you know what? Both of
T-shirts
us,
is all I
we
need.
still have stuff from years before, and he wears the same stuff. Once in a while, he'll get something new, but that's very rare. And they hit almost everything he had in his closet. So, I mean, there are a lot of shirts with hamburgers on.
They're wearing out though. The one I wore yesterday, the elbows were right at you.
I know, but he just wears things until they're
The
dust.
hamburger's still there in shadow. It's still there right on the pocket.
He doesn't care.
Wow.
He won't let me throw anything out until I said these are so dry rotted.
What is with your shirt? You look like a poor man.
This is my comfortable shirt.
That sucks. It's like you blew out the armpit.
that? I put meat in Phil's toothpaste.
Phil's gonna have to brush his teeth with these. Did you brush your teeth?
Yeah.
Did you like the toothpaste?
And what's wrong with it?
There's meat on it. You didn't even notice?
I was just sort of quick to come out. I was going to be better later.
Who would brush their teeth with meat? Looks like
So upstairs, is that where the bathroom was that Bam like beat you up in? He like pulled in, ripped your shirt off.
That went upstairs.
So like clockwork, I know you might not believe me or not, but it's true. Phil wakes up at 5 in the morning every single day and reads the entire Philadelphia Inquirer on the of the top bathroom. So me knowing that he's in there, I kicked the door open with Raab himself filming. Ripped the newspaper out of his hands, ripped his shirt in half.
Please stop it! Now you're getting crazy on this shit.
Family Guy reenacted it.
What the hell? Do it! No, stop!
And then we ripped out all the toilets of all the bathrooms in the house. To the point where Phil had to use the neighbors to figure it out.
You're gonna smell up his whole house.
That was during the wedding.
Unholy Union.
Yeah, Unholy Union. And I had to go use the neighbors and
I
they let me.
was so mad at him for that. Oh my God.
Toilets! I knew it was you, but I couldn't say. It's just, he went through crazy
That
stuff.
sucked.
I looked at the sink, I figured I'm clogging that thing up for a year, it ain't worth it.
We bought thousands of dollars worth of fireworks, put it in April and Phil's bedroom, and woke them up at the midnight hour.
We still have burn marks in our carpet up there.
Which is embarrassing because that's 20 years old.
I know,
now.
but
We
I
should
figured,
replace that carpet,
I know,
but we like that
and
carpet.
No, we should, but it's like there's so much heavy furniture to move, and I figured it's our room. Who's going to be there anyway? It's under the furniture. We moved it around.
Oh my God, I'm gonna put it in the window.
Crazy over here.
Look at Phil's tummy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It wasn't the end. He had to wake up for work at 4 in the morning because he was a baker at Acme, only for it to happen all over again in his favorite van.
Jesus Christ, Bam, almost broke my leg getting out of there. How am I going to work now?
Now the switcheroo was a bit that I did not think would work. We film a lot of things for Jackass that simply don't work and we simply don't use it. And I felt like this was one of them. But I'm like, you know what? If Preston's here, you guys have the same body build, is what we're gonna do is Phil's gonna come out of bed and get replaced by Preston in their whitey tighties as Preston starts copping feels on my mom until she wakes up, and we're gonna see if this works. And it absolutely did.
I'm gonna kill you in a minute. So back up. Are you all right? Jesus Christ. Are you?
Preston taking Phil's place in bed was a mess because that hair that they glued all over him was everywhere.
How did you know it wasn't Phil?
All I know is that the voice sounded weird. I know how familiar he is, and it didn't feel right. And then I asked something else, and then it wasn't his voice, and...
What are you doing?
What?
What?
I didn't know what was going on because I was really half asleep, and I wasn't sure what was going on.
You know, when you sleep with the same person every single night, you're just gonna figure it out. And the lights were so dark you couldn't see anything, so just feeling a different body and smelling a different breath, I don't know, but she lost her mind and fell off the bed.
How you doing, ma'am?
I went and got a drink. What's going on? But they asked you, you said, and he was shorter than Phil. And I'm like, you felt that part?
I know, but I meant he's shorter.
You said he was shorter than Phil.
I know. His mind is always in the gutter.
On the 7th episode, right near Harrisburg, there's a place called 3 Mile Island. It's 3 massive smokestacks, like a nuclear power plant.
You might not know this if you don't live in Pennsylvania, but in 1979, we were all very keenly aware of an incident called the 3 Mile Island meltdown. And radiation starts spewing into the atmosphere and into the water. Of course, the government comes in. Not a problem, it's all cool. We've got it contained. So we go to 3 Mile Island and we pull up on a little nearby island on a boat where we're gonna film. And on that island, barrels of nuclear waste that was stored on that island back in the 1970s and early 80s. And they're rotted and empty. That's where we're filming.
Rake Yohn got his Geiger counter. That was peeking through the roof.
Come on, man.
I thought we were pretty tricky there, remember?
Oh, when we snuck back because we knew the way they were taking us.
I said, we're here for a reason, and they're gonna leave us.
They're planning to leave us here, right? Yes, they are. I can tell.
And we left them.
And I said, I'm not up for that tonight. And I said, let's just hurry up and get back on the boat. And we left them there.
So they had to reverse their plan.
I know.
You know what? I know you were going to do it to us, so we're going to do it to you instead.
Yo!
Yeah, right.
Have a fun night.
We decided to camp out on that island, build some skate ramps.
Dude, this is the most ghetto ramp I've ever seen.
Have a campfire, which I threw a can of pork and beans in there, and I completely forgot about it, not even thinking anything of it, of what could happen. But that blew up, and it zunged past my face so bad that if I was an inch forward, it would have ripped my nose off.
Whoa. Oh man, that was awesome. You know, that episode kind of got crazy. Everybody was just trying to take it to another level, messing with each other. At one point, I think Glomb had this idea to put frogs in Bam's tent. So he put all these like slimy ass frogs in the tent. And then I start messing with Ryan like so bad.
Dude, Dunn's a moron. Look, he's just screwing boards together. They're not even stuck in tight.
And just pushing them to the limit and just kept with them, and that's kind of like my specialty, is to annoy the shit out of people and just keep beating a joke into the ground so bad until they're just so annoyed.
Look at Dunn leaning in the fire. Damn, man. Look at Dunn leaning in the fire. Damn.
And then like not funny anymore, and then it becomes funny again.
Dunn, what are you playing over there? You're probably f***ing up because you suck.
And then I'm just sitting there, and out of nowhere, he comes up with his fire extinguisher, fully sprays me in the face, and I didn't see it coming at all, so I didn't even blink. Like, I didn't even close my eyes. Chemicals went straight into my eyes. All of a sudden, like, my eyes were burning like crazy. They had to get me off the island and then like take this boat back to get to the hospital. I go to the hospital and they were flushing my eyes out for hours, dude. Like, and they couldn't get the chemicals out of my eyes. And then there's all this like spotted vision. I couldn't see anything. And doctors were saying like, we're not sure like if you're gonna get your full vision back.
He had such an allergic reaction. His face puffed up like a red football. It was crazy looking, and I think he was scared that his face was gonna stay that way.
Look what you did to me, dude. That fire extinguisher.
Oh my God.
I'm not kidding, look at this.
So my eyes swelled shut. And I remember like the producer's like, hey man, we gotta get you back out on the island to kind of do a little like PSA thing. And I'm like, what you, dude. Like, I did not want to do that at all. I got out there, I was completely miserable. It's like raining out or whatever it was, but my eyes are shut.
Warning, do not play with fire extinguishers because this is what will happen.
It was a few days that my eyes were swollen shut completely. And then it was like 2 full weeks where I had spotted vision, and I kept going to the eye doctor, and they're like, we can't guarantee that you're gonna get full vision back because of the chemical burns in your eyes. And I'm like, dude, this, like, you know, it taken it to a new level. Like, I didn't want to become blind from some stupid thing we were just messing around with out there, and it was kind of scary at that point. But Dunn was rad. Like, he reached out, he felt terrible, and, you know, he didn't mean any harm by it, and we're just such good friends. Like, he's like, dude, I did not mean to do that. Like, it was just, I thought it would be funny. I had no idea what could happen, and it just hit me at the wrong way with my eyes wide open. So don't mess with fire extinguishers. It sucks.
I don't know how this happened, but I do remember it was in the middle of November, right around Thanksgiving.
I'm building a boat and getting us the hell out of here.
Glomb either fell into the river or wanted to, but it is the Susquehanna River, and it is at least 2 football fields wide. Very cold, very scary.
The coldest my balls have ever been in my life! Keep going!
But somehow I didn't think he realized that the current was gnarlier than it was, and it took him down like a half a mile down the river.
Oh my God! Where's he going? Oh my God!
And I'm pretty sure he was on the brink of hypothermia. We paid for Shooter's Post and Transfer in Philadelphia to do some digital CGI effects of a news camera article of the house blowing up. I showed that to my mom on a little screen.
April, hi, Mike Scott from Action News. We wanted to find out if you had a reaction to what happened this morning at your house or to your house.
What happened to my house?
So you haven't heard a thing? Okay, this is the replay of what happened. There's a shot of the house from this morning.
She completely bought, and she thought that the house was on fire.
Do you see smoke? I don't see any smoke.
And she was in a frantic panic rush to get back to the house to see what could be salvaged.
You know what? I mean, the likelihood that they would have blown our house up was, I figured MTV's too cheap. They probably wouldn't pay for that.
They would have.
No, they wouldn't have. Are you kidding?
So the 8th episode was the Scavenger Hunt.
I can't even believe I'm turning them loose on society.
Oh, and we plowed right through that garage.
Hey, we got these cars. They cost only $500.
Look at that.
We're having a scavenger hunt. Jesus Christ.
For this, we had Jason Ellis, the professional skateboarder from Australia, fly in.
Kick me out. I'll pull my out. Booyah, that's 20 points, right?
Tim O'Connor.
Pick somebody's nose for points. Yeah, but you gotta eat it.
Then they were on my team. DiCamillo had his own team.
Cigarette burn. Hello.
And the Bloodhound Gang had this little tour bus.
That lady right there needs to make out with me.
And then there was a 4th one starring some ghetto-ass cop car.
One AAA. You think this vehicle has AAA? Dude, yeah, look, we got AAA. We got AAA.
I made this really long list.
List of mayhem about to ensue, my friend.
The most bizarre things you have to get done in a matter of a night. Things like, you know, get a frozen turkey and see if you can bash out your car window with it. Go to a big gap in Pennsylvania and try to ollie it.
Before they like tore the place down, there was this weird like daycare by my house that I grew up in, but there were llamas there for like no reason. I mean, part of it was set up by Brandon because he knew all the ridiculous shit that was right near where we lived. Like, who would know there's llamas? What's this? And like you could go right from a llama right to something like a bowling alley.
This was DiCamillo's idea with his brilliant genius mind, which was to completely fill a bowling shoe with nacho cheese to the point where it was squirting out of the holes.
I bowled with Cheese Whiz on my shoes.
And it got so slippery on the bowling floor that it made it really difficult to get a strike. And I think DiCamillo managed to get the strike.
And Mark.
Excuse me, are you a bum?
Yeah.
Would you tie that pizza box
I
for
haven't had
us?
a job in years.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problem.
You were in that one part where you went into Wawa with no shirt on, you bought eggs.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
How did you like that, Mark?
That was awesome.
Yeah, you had a good time doing those?
I mean, we had to get out of the car and just start running a mile.
Well, here we are at a track. It's hard to see, but I'm going to run a mile, and we need to get going.
Some people went to a track, some people just got out and started running down the road, which evil Jared Hasselhoff from the Bloodhound Gang had no issue with that.
You're going to hurt your back doing that.
Me, on the other hand, not so much. Don't like running at all. That was pretty difficult.
Nice one, Margera. Dude, it's harder than I thought.
It was just the most ridiculous stuff.
He's just getting a tattoo for this scavenger hunt. This is stupid.
Ow.
That is so stupid.
Get an atomic wedgie.
Oh, points for the wedgie! Points for the wedgie!
At one point, we were like ripping Jimmy Pop's underwear off.
Over my head, atomic! Atomic! Atomic!
You know, and he wanted it worse. Like, that's what I love about him. He's like, take it to the next level, you know? Like, it's like, oh, we're trying to get it like this. He's like, not good enough, you know? Just with each other. It's just always a blast hanging out with those dudes. I love those dudes.
One of the craziest things I ever saw, as soon as Evil Jared locked eyes at Ryan Dunn, it was like the Terminator.
There he is. Oh, I already got one. I already got one.
And he just had it out for Dunn that whole night. And he sprinted across that one lawn to tackle Dunn. He's lightning fast, he's strong as hell, he's tall, he's a fucking superhero. And there's Ryan Dunn with his short little ass legs trying to run across the lawn to get away from Jared. I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
Oh my God! Oh my God! And you can't get away from
It was 100% real, unscripted, and it was hilarious for me to watch.
Dude, Jared is a maniac.
Dude, that mother is. There's nobody gnarlier than that guy, I don't think.
I hate big Neanderthal people.
He made people quit within 15 minutes of him showing up. Evil Jared pulling up in his vehicle, he comes out with this stuffed animal, and I was like, that's cute, I guess. What's he doing with that? Well, stuffing an M80 into that stuffed animal and watching it explode was his idea of fun at the time. He loved explosions. No one knew he was gonna do it, and we're all there. I don't know if you've ever had an M80 go off, I don't know, 5 feet from your ears, what that does to you. Now here's the audio guys with the headphones on with the mics, right there, boom. 3 guys quit within 15 minutes of him showing up. The one of them was going around holding his ears like this, doubled up in pain. I'm like, that dude's probably gonna sue.
Inside of these stuffed animals are all these like tiny little beads. They went all over our driveway, and every time you walked on the driveway to get like the mail or anything, they all stuck to you. Like you couldn't get them off. And there were like these beads all over from all these stuffed animals being like blown up.
People do not feel safe around Evil Jared. And I love the guy to death. I mean, we're good friends to this day, but I'm just telling it like it is. People were afraid when he came around. He was unpredictable.
There's so much stuff that like would happen though, that they would film, but it wasn't like part of the story, so they had to lose some of it.
Piss off the top of the parking garage with your buddy holding a cup at the bottom which the Bloodhound Gang did, and the police just happened to be driving by at that specific time.
I guess the cops seen him pissing from a parking garage and some poor schmuck having to catch in the cup.
Only to get them a $10,000 charge that they had to later go to court for.
Can't remember if the cameraman ran away or if they got busted too. So he ended up in jail.
I don't even think that one made the episode.
And I'll be the first to apologize to Jimmy Pop from the Bloodhound Gang about this, because this was a list that MTV approved and then just fled the scene when it was time for Jimmy Pop to face court.
Some of the ideas on that list were like hurt someone's feelings.
Oh, no. Come on, let's get out of here. Don't be a go hang out with Ryan Dunn if you want to see the other guy.
And they're like, how? I'm like, that's up to them. So they wrote that down.
Getting a piggyback ride from a police officer.
You guys kind of just played command center here at the house.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. What's your team, Vince?
Number 2.
What's your team?
It's team 2. What do you mean what's the team? Number 2 where you are.
That word. But Jason Ellis did bring a dead deer in and drop it on the floor in front of you.
I know. I can't believe that.
One of them was, if you spot a piece of roadkill on the side of the road, you have to put it in the car and eventually get it to the kitchen counter of April and Phil's house.
Fire another one for 30.
Yo.
Get that
No,
out of here right now.
Time out, David.
My mom just goes, get that thing out of here!
It smells so bad.
Next.
Get it out of here right now.
Look, it's bleeding all over the floor.
Right now. I'm surprised
He
they
just
allowed
plopped it
that.
down,
I'm
yeah.
surprised
It was
they
in the
allowed
deleted
that.
scenes, actually.
Oh, never made it to
I
the
don't
real
think
show?
it was on the actual
Because
episode.
I was surprised they would allow that.
Right.
I said, Pete is going to be all over you.
Now that you think about it, man, there was probably some real diseases on that thing, and by any means we should have had a hazmat suit on to even handle that thing at all.
There are some things that I know would generally upset April. You know, like, I'll pull all the pranks you want, but it's like, there's a limit.
I mean, I think I remember the night actually seeing her crack for good. And then, you know, it could never really be the same after that. But when she saw the wrecking ball outside her house.
What's the beeping? What's that there? What is that? What is that? What is that thing? What is that thing? What is that thing? Is that a wrecking ball? That's not a wrecking ball, is it?
So the writers on MTV and BAM wanted to take this wrecking ball and shatter the picture window that overlooks the Margera's backyard.
I mean, for some people, I know for me or for other people, maybe people of a certain generation, you grow up, you want to like get a house, look out after your house, have a family, all the things you think about that were important in your life. And next thing you know, you pull up and like almost all of that's about to be taken away for no reason by a wrecking ball.
I pulled her aside and I explained to her what they intended to do, and she fucking flipped.
That's a wrecking ball! What's the wrecking ball for? What's the wrecking ball for?
And I was like, okay, I made the right decision, because if this is how she is just finding out about the possibility of this happening, it would have been emotionally devastating for her to see her house get f***ed up like that.
They were going to put a wrecking ball
Oh, the wrecking ball.
through the Palladium
There you
window.
go.
And I'm like, that ain't happening. Because right now I don't have garage doors, I don't have a front door, and there's a big, big storm coming, and you're not taking this Palladium window out. No way. And I don't care about your show, I don't care about anything.
Well, you stood in front of the moving wrecking ball. I said, April, get the hell out of the way. Let them smash
They're not
it
coming
down.
through this window too. The whole house is like standing on a matchbox cover. So no, they said, well, give us something else. I said, take the piano.
The final reward ceremony to find out who the Scavenger Hunt winner was Jimmy Pop playing a piano. Which eventually went 40 feet up onto a crane, and we cut the rope and it landed right on the hood of a car.
That rock.
Whether it's the first season or any season, what are your favorite episodes or moments from filming the show?
I have to say, it was the year that was on my birthday and the Civil War came through. a really fun time. Like with the camp out, we just really liked those people. They were really nice.
Give you a horse to ride? That was awesome.
That was a different show.
Oh, please help! I can't stop him!
And when we went all through Europe on that 2-week thing, that was like a chance of a lifetime, so we really, really loved that.
Oh my God!
What are you guys doing here?
We're here to ruin your vacation!
So that would be my favorite. And Billy Idol, of course.
He's April! He's the right man! How's that
I mean, I still remember Billy Idol telling me he was a nervous wreck cutting that hole in that Lamborghini.
He didn't want to do it.
You know this is a $250,000 moonroof.
He goes, I was just standing up there with the Sawzall thinking, dude, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do this. He kept saying, oh, I'm sweating, I'm sweating.
And getting remarried in Vegas.
Vegas, the Vegas.
He loved that.
All right, Rabbit, we're having a double ring ceremony here. They brought
Elvis.
a dozen or 2 dozen of the best Elvis imitators in the whole room with us.
We
It was
should
awesome.
tell them what happened. We got remarried. They had given us a really, really nice 2-story high roller room.
The biggest room they had.
The debaucherous hotel room party.
All of the Elvis people came back, and a lot of people from the Strip came in, and we had friends and everything else. And they had the whole thing catered, and they brought in a wedding cake.
So we were like, well, how far can we go? And the hotel said, you know, you can make a mess. We'll send you the cleanup bill.
You know, the whole story goes that Vito ate the top of our wedding cake, and he did, the whole thing. On the way from the reception to my parents' house, we were looking for the top of the cake, and he said, what did it look like? And I said, it's the top of the wedding cake. He goes, oh, I ate it on the way over.
Plastic people.
I wanted to
He said,
kill
I
him.
ate the cake.
So anyway, I had said to Bruce Clausen, who at the time was, you know, our producer, and I said, can I just smash that cake in his face? And he goes, Ape, you do whatever you want. And I'm like, okay. So I took the top of the cake and smashed it in his face. But then, with all the food that they had brought in that went all the way around this room, every bit of that food was thrown. I mean, every bit. I had so much cake all over me. I had salad. It was insane. I mean, like crazy. I couldn't even see because I had so much food all over me. And I thought, this is not good, you know? So, I mean, we kind of like cleaned up. They were done filming, and I'm like,
try to clean up the best we
I
could.
said, dude, I will go right now and go get a steam cleaner, and I will clean all night because this is going to be trouble. He goes, Ape, go up the steps, go to bed, and when you're ready to go to the airport, go out the top door of the big suite and go, and don't give it a thought. This is one thing you don't have to clean up. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding. I said, all that food's gonna sit all night? And he goes, do not worry about it. So I didn't, okay? Flew back to Pennsylvania. We had a crew and meeting over at Hooters. They always like to go to Hooters. And we were over there for a crew meeting, and we waited, and Bruce walked in. And I said, what happened?
He made everybody guess.
I said, what happened with the room? And he goes,
everybody guess.
Oh my God. He says, I maybe should have let you go and get that steamer. I said, why? I said, how much was it? And he goes, I said, 10 grand? And he goes,
higher.
Oh. I'm like, higher than 10 grand. He goes, I said, 20. And he goes, 30. And he says, oh my God. I said, how much? And he goes, I said, 40. And he goes, $42,000.
Oh. Why? Because the cake was ground into the shag carpet. They had to have a professional carpet cleaner team come in. All union money. Those big old grand curtains, those are like $5,000 curtains with the cakes all over those. They managed to get cake on every wall, so everything in the room had to be replaced. Every couch, every curtain, every piece of the carpet. Like, yeah, MTV was a little upset about that, but they had signed off on it, so they had to be cool with it.
A lot of it was they couldn't rent it for like a week, so it was $2 grand a night. So there's 10 grand right there, 5 nights is 10 grand.
Half of me feels really bad.
The rental was $2 grand a night.
Okay, but the other half is like, you know what? MTV didn't pay us shit, so tough luck. He should have let me go get the steamer.
They still would have made you clean it better.
But it wouldn't have been $42,000.
How about when they farted on the beach? That was funny.
Right over there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody just kind of hung out in here.
Anyone who passed through the front door of the Margera's household was treated like family. It was just the centrifuge of this friendship that we all had. And the kitchen was the heart of it. And the Margeras are people that you can go for a long time without seeing. Like, you can go for months and months without seeing them, and when you get together, you pick up right where you left off. They cared about you. They were open if you had any problems you wanted to talk about. They were always interested in your personal life. Their kindness has meant so much to me, you know?
April and Phil, probably when it came to taking care of people, sometimes like if we had a scene and you wanted to make it look like there was like a big house party or a concert or something like that, there would be 50 or so people there would always be food for dinner. There would always be something in the fridge. They were very, very, very hospitable when it came to doing that stuff.
April and Phil, they are the absolute nicest people you can ever meet in your entire life. So down to earth, very caring, very giving. They're probably two of the nicest people and two of my favorite people ever.
I was just so psyched that I got to grow up with Ape and Phil. They're just amazing parents, and they just encouraged us to be creative. You know, they gave us a place where we could just be ourselves, do whatever we wanted to, just create a bunch of funny stuff, laugh our asses off, and they never really boxed us in with anything. They just encouraged it.
Yeah, the Greyhawk house, a lot of went down there, a lot of good memories, and Ape and Phil, AKA my parents, still live there to this day.
So thanks for coming by and seeing how the house looks now and where we are in our lives. We have grandkids now, and the oldest is 20, the youngest is, well, he'll be 7.
The youngest
right now, and you know, we thank you all for like your undivided support over the years. We still hear from all of you, and we're really happy that maybe we put a smile on your face, or maybe we helped you through a bad time. And years and years ago, a psychic told me that I would be mom to million in 1989, and I said, I don't even know what that means, but I just went to West Virginia and somebody introduced me to everybody as the mom to millions, and I couldn't believe it. But if you think that I'm your mom, thank you, and you're grounded. But we do thank you so much for support. Come out and see us sometimes. We have a little shop right up the street called Rosehip Barn. Come and see us, and we're happy to talk to you and take pictures. But thank you so much again.
It was fun reminiscing.
For letting us be in your house.
So enjoy this show. We had fun reminiscing. Thanks.
Thanks.
The Dern brothers, they're back. Here's the house I grew up in.
I pretty much lived in a jockstrap for an entire summer.
How many X-Laxes did you eat? 18.
Didn't you drop kick your brother on a bike over there?
That's horse shit!
We rented a 35mm motion picture camera to film shopping cart slams.
More lies from Joe, more lies from everybody.
Happy birthday, man!
Thank you.
April comes home and she's flipping out.
It took me 2 tries to do this.
All of a sudden the police pull up.
And see, and then that makes me an accessory.
Mello found a whole bunch of flour. The antiquing was invented.
What exactly is it about the mustard that you hate so much?
Well, I was still in the mood for chips. Hey, don't put this anywhere because this house isn't done yet.
No.